Good luck, have fun, don't die, don't watch. The movie is a time travel movie based on a dystopian future that Sam Rockwell's character comes back to try and prevent. And initially, I was going to give this film a bit of a break because the trailer comes off as quirky, turn your brain off, slapstick kind of fun. But yet, for some reason, the director or writer, I don't know who made this decision, decided to take a weapons route of telling this story and adding an extra 30 minutes or more to the story's runtime to focus on two characters. They spent 15 to 25 minutes on two characters. One was inconsequential to the story. The other was pretty much inconsequential but had a twist at the end, but neither one of the stories leading up to the main timeline added anything to the overall plot. It didn't add any character development. It didn't add any additional information for the character to use in the future. It was just there, and it took its slow time. It interrupted the pacing of this movie, and it was just boring. It was filler. Both of these backstories leading up to the main timeline literally could have been done in 5 minutes each, 10 minutes for both tops. And not only did they not take the time to make it short and concise, they made it serious. So it not only takes you out of the story, it takes you out of the tone of the movie, which was set at the beginning and set by the trailer, which is quirky, dumb fun. So now when we get to these storylines that are sprinkled in between the main storyline of saving the world, now we have a serious tone. And now since they added that in, now I have to give you a bit of a harsher score. I have to be harsh on the criticism because you didn't focus on the quirky jokes and atmosphere. You derailed it with the serious tones, and I would give it a pass had the quirky scenes been a lot more funny and the comedy hit, even though I know comedy is subjective, but I felt some of these I should have been almost in stitches. And there was a lot of missed opportunity because they brought up everything with AI. Like that was one of the main points of the dystopian future is technology and AI is going to ruin our society. And there was like a chat GPT joke in there that I thought was pretty good. I chuckled, but I felt it could have went further and they could have delivered it home, but they didn't. Instead, the story goes from good setup, good tone, to serious, to quirky setup, to serious, to quirky ending, characters disappearing, reappearing, characters that don't even really need to belong there. So there should have been a lot more characters that didn't make it to the end of the film because there was really no point of them being there. No, there was only two like cannon fodder characters and it should have been more. The character count should have went from 8 down to 3 or 8 down to 4, but we didn't. It was a waste of Michael Pena. I like Michael Pena, and he barely had anything to do in here. He would have been a great play off of Sam Rockwell, but they didn't give him anything to do. He was a glorified background character. I mean, there were some positives as far as a few of the jokes I got a chuckle out of. Some of the cinematography was great, but then there were also, I guess, some directorial choices that I'm like, why? That doesn't even make sense. And it takes you out of the immersion of the story when you decide to do things like this, like having cars chase people on foot. And for some reason, the car cannot catch up. And it was shot in such an awkward way where it's like, they would have been dead within 5 seconds of that car starting up. And again, I don't even want to judge this film that hard, but since you brought in the serious tone of everything and it went from okay to just flat out stupidity by the end of the movie, with characters that were in certain positions that didn't need to be there, characters making heel turns on their character motivation and their underlying character beliefs. So overall, I'd have to give this a 1.5 out of 5 stars. This is a movie while you baking dinner and washing dishes. Let me know in the comments if you've seen this movie, if you plan on seeing it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.